Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how do you graph compound inequalities on a number line. Just a reminder, this is the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly. If you like the normal lesson, I will link that in the description below. All right, your 30-second recap starts now. Here's what you have to know before you start this lesson. You should already know how to read inequalities. Okay, so for example, on the left, they give you the symbols, right? X is, and then you should know that's greater than 7, or X is less than 4. X is greater than or equal to -1, X is less than or equal to 5. If you do not know how to do this, please do not start this lesson. I'm going to put a video in the description below. If you'd like a refresher on this topic, go watch that video before you start this lesson. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. So this is called a compound inequality, and the way we read this is we sort of split this into two different statements. Keep everything in the same order. So x is greater than or equal to -3, and x is less than 0. Okay, another way to think of this is to think of the word and. You could also say is between. So we say x is between -3 and 0, between -3 and 0. Now, to graph this, we're going to look at one of them at a time. So let's look at this one first. This says x has to be greater than or equal to -3. You always read it from the x, okay? So at -3, I'm going to put a circle, and I'm going to fill in this circle. The reason I fill in the circle is because this has the line underneath, right? X is greater than or equal to. So if it has the line underneath, you do a filled in circle. We call this a closed circle, And then numbers greater than or equal to -3 will be going to the right. So let's start our line going to the right. Now let's look at the second one. X has to be smaller than 0. X is less than 0. So on 0, we're going to put a circle, and we're not going to fill this one in because this inequality symbol does not have a line underneath it, right? It's just x is less than 0. So that's an open circle, not filled in. And now we just connect, okay? Because numbers less than 0 would mean I go this way. And so here is our graph. Closed circle on the left, open circle on the right. And they meet in the middle. For an and statement, they always meet. Now, what happens for an or statement? For an or statement, they go opposite directions. So x is less than -4. Open circle. Numbers less than -4 would mean that I go to the right. To the left, to the left, to the left. Okay? And then for this one, x is greater than 1 would be, it's an open circle, and it's going to the right. And you can see here, these go opposite directions, right? And same direction or opposite directions. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, should have been both closed circles, filled in circles, going in opposite directions because it's an or statement. And for the second problem, closed circle on the left, open circle on the right, and they meet in the middle. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.